Chào các bạn, mình là Hoa. I don't know if you still remember me because it's been so long since the last time I was on one of TVO's videos. So my name is Hoa. I'm a former Vietnamese teacher at Tieng Viet Oi. I was teaching Vietnamese at Tieng Viet Oi for about 6 years from 2014 to 2020. For the past 2 years, I haven't been teaching students at Tieng Viet Oi because I have a new student now, and that's my son, my toddler boy. So right now I'm living in the US and I want to pop up on video today to share with you this really exciting Kickstarter campaign that I started to support this small project, a small Vietnamese project that I've been working on for the past 6 months. It's called Hello To Chao. Hello To Chao is a place where I share resources and materials for parents to teach Vietnamese to their kids. So there's a growing number of Vietnamese families with kids living outside of Vietnam, and Vietnamese is one of the top 5 spoken languages in the US. There's also a growing community of parents who adopted Vietnamese kids and are trying to look for materials to help teach their kids Vietnamese, and that is what I'm trying to provide, to contribute, to help with Hello To Chao. And so about this Kickstarter campaign, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kickstarter, but Kickstarter is a way for people to support creative projects. The way it works is if you want to support a project, you pledge to the project, and when you pledge for a project, depending on the tier option, the reward option that you choose, you will receive one or some of the products in return as a reward. So it works as an all or nothing model, what that means is if the project reaches its goal by a set time, then people will be charged, like the people who pledged to the project will be charged, and the fund will be released to the creator, to the creator, in this case is me. And if the project doesn't reach its goal in the set time, then no one will be charged and the project won't be funded. And so for my Kickstarter project, this campaign is to support for part or all or even more of mass production of the first 2 flashcard sets that I created. One is a Vietnamese alphabet flashcards and 2 is the Vietnamese bilingual animal flashcards. So about the flashcards, the Vietnamese alphabet flashcards includes 58 cards, 29 for uppercase letters and 29 for lowercase letters, and they're printed on both sides. And I will include like all the details of the flashcards in the Kickstarter campaign page, which I will link down below. Okay, but this is just a general introduction. So that's the Vietnamese alphabet flashcards. The animal flashcards has 52 animals, and each animal has 3 cards: 1 learning card, 1 image only card, and 1 word only card. So this is good for kids of all ages. Younger children can learn with the learning cards. Older children can use both the image and the word cards to play, and you really can play a lot of different games with these flashcards. And I'm gonna write a blog post sharing 20 plus different games that people can play with these flashcards in my blog, and I will also link my website, my blog, in the description below. Yeah, so these are flashcards, and I also have different reward options depending on what you choose to buy, like what option you choose. You will receive 1 or both or more, like multiple combos of the flashcards in return as reward. And these flashcards can be shipped in the US, to the Canada, and in 52 other countries. And I will also have the list of all the countries that I can ship to in the campaign page that I will link down below. So yeah, I really hope that you can support this project. I have the timeline from now until October 31st to bring the project to life, and your help, your support will mean so much to me. I would really appreciate it. To share with you a little bit more about Hello To Chao and the why, like why I do it, what's the motivation behind, and what I want to do in the future with it. So since I'm living in the US, it's an English-speaking country, and I have a toddler boy. I'm actually expecting my second one. Me and my husband, we have a family goal to teach our kids to raise our kids bilingual and to teach them about the Vietnamese language and culture. Why? Not just because we're Vietnamese, but also because I'm a Vietnamese teacher, and it's like part of my nature. I want to teach them, and I want them to grow up knowing Vietnamese. My family lives in Vietnam, and we go back and forth and visit, and so it's very important to us that our children know the Vietnamese language to be able to communicate with family. And yeah, so I was doing research to find like learning materials, like books and stuff for kids here, and I found a good selection of children's books, right? Either created here by parents or imported from Vietnam to over here, and these are really good. But I have been struggling to find more like quality, fun, interactive playing and learning materials, things like flashcards and busy books and board games. Those are the things that can keep kids entertained and interested and engaged in the learning process for a long time. Because this is a problem when I was talking to Vietnamese parents here, like parents of older kids, they say when the kids are smaller, you only speak to them in Vietnamese, they spend most of their time with you. It's so easy for them to speak Vietnamese to you and to use Vietnamese at home. But as they get older and they go to school, no one speaks Vietnamese around them, and they slowly will lose their interest, and some of them even like just don't want it when you speak Vietnamese to them, or just don't want to respond, or just refuse to use it altogether. And if parents give up by then the kids will grow up not knowing the language, not using it enough to be comfortable communicating in Vietnamese language. And to me personally, it's quite sad, I would say, because as a Vietnamese family, immigrant family living here in the US, we have like my husband's family is here, and we have like the grandparents' generation who speak Vietnamese mostly and don't know English. And if our kids don't speak Vietnamese and only English, then the gap between these generations will be so big. They won't be able to communicate. In my side of the family, my family lives in Vietnam, and we go back and forth to visit a lot. And so it's also very important to me to teach our kids Vietnamese so they can communicate with my side of the family and my husband's side of the family. And so with Hello To Chao, I want to bring something to the table to contribute to solve this problem. And so in the future, you can expect from Hello To Chao more creative, fun learning materials, like more flashcards topics, more busy books, and hopefully you can make some board games too. And so these are the things that I want to do with Hello To Chao to contribute to this growing community of creators who are creating books and learning materials for children, for Asian children living in the US and in other countries. So yes, please help me support this project if you feel like the project speaks to you, and help me spread the words with your family and friends and to those people who you think might be interested in supporting my project. Thank you very much for watching until now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!